then any private provider. So that is the first in order. Refer to give any government bodies issued documents with your name and address on it, or both your names and addresses on it. Second option would be any utility bills, bank statements, water rates, internet, any third-party service providers with your name and address on it. You can also download and give them the documents. You need not ask for physical documents. The immigration rules do say that you have to give physically posted or received documents. Still, that has not changed. But in practice, Home Office has been accepting from us digital documents. That is fine. We have been successfully being able to upload them. Uh, but the caseworker has a discretion whether to accept it or not. So it just depends. If you don't have it, but they won't refuse the application if you give them digital documents, then they have an obligation to ask for the physical documents, at least for cohabitation purposes. Then the third, if you have other the government documents or utility or service providers documents are less, then the third and the final option would be any invoices of any deliveries like eBay, Amazon, any grocery deliveries with your name and address on it. That also serves the purpose. So that is third in order. Home Office may not clearly say that, but we have successfully put these documents and it does work many times. So the next is financial requirement. The almost 90% or so, 80 to 90% of the applicants that extend their visas, they do use the financial requirement by UK employment. So the UK employment can be either of the sponsor or of the applicant or both jointly. So the minimum required is 18,600. You will see the requirement on our website if you go under partner and spouse visa. And if you see, scroll down under the financial requirement, you must earn at least GBP 18,600 per year. So if only the applicant is applying, if there is one dependent also who is extending along with, then it would be this much, and then 2,400 additional per dependent. So it is either 18,600 and accordingly it goes up. So let's say 18,600 is the financial requirement. So that 18,600 needs to be a salary income. Uh, if you have been, whoever is meeting the financial requirement, either both of you or any one of you, if you have been in employment with the same employer for last 6 months, then they need only 6 months of evidence, payslips for last 6 months, corresponding last 6 months bank statements, a letter from employer giving these documents. Also, if so, this applies only when you have a fixed salary. Let's say you have a fixed 25,000 salary divided by 12, and every month you get the proportionate. Then you can use last 6 months. In any cases, if your current employment is for less than last 6 months, you are with the current employer, you need to give last 12 months of your employment records. So with your previous employer also, you need to give all the same documents. So payslips will be for last 12 months. Let's say you were only with your current employment for last 1 month. So 1 month of the current payslip, 11 months of the previous employer's payslips, and corresponding 12 months of bank statements, 1 month and 11 months showing the same payment entries. Letter from employer with the current employer. It should be dated within 28 days from the date of application. Make sure the latest documents are within 28 days from the date of application. It is specified evidence. If that is not met, the application will be refused. 100%, it will be refused if the latest evidence is not within 6 months, within 28 days from the date of application. The way you calculate within 28 days is if you are submitting the application on 28th of the month, all these documents must be dated from 1st of the month onwards, within 1st and the 28th on some day. And for the previous employment, if you are using that, you can give a letter. It need not be dated within last 28 days. Obviously, you might have already left. You can give an older letter also, or a contract of employment which is countersigned by both parties and confirms these terms at least. Any shortfall in the financial requirement, you can also meet by savings. So in order to calculate the savings, there is quite a formula. The 18,600 base amount is multiplied by 2.5, and then 16,000 minimum savings is added to that. So any savings of 16,000 of less will not help you to meet the financial requirement. Anything over 16,000 can only be used towards meeting either full or part of the financial requirement. I will talk of the savings below as well. Self-employment, this refers to where the individual whose financials you are using, either the applicant or the sponsor, or both. Uh, then below is the example that I've been given. It's a 12-month financial year calculation. If you are the company director, then all the documents in this list must be provided. So it is specified evidence. Make sure these are common refusals that we see when applicants file themselves. If it is self-employment income and it is a corporate structure, and means the individual is either the applicant or sponsor, or both are company directors. This is one common area of financial requirement where many applications are refused. So usually I've seen refusals where clients have filed themselves and a current appointment report from company's house is not given. So the best way is to just give copy and paste this list of documents to your accountant, and he would be the right person to give everything to you. Okay. Then savings. So last 6 months bank account. So the savings explanation again. If you don't have any income or don't want to use your income, or for whatever reason you don't have the income documents to meet either self-employment for 12 months or the salary income, then the other option would be to use savings. The savings requirement, if you there is a formula to calculate. Uh, if taking an example of 18,600 is the financial requirement, then the minimum savings required is 62,500, 62500 GBP equivalent, either held in the UK or anywhere else in the world. So that is the minimum requirement. The money should have been held at least for a period of 6 months. You need to produce 6 months of bank statements. If the monies are held in any other type of accounts, like mutual funds, share stocks, bonds, anything else, then you need to show evidence that either the applicant or the sponsor or both were owning that particular asset. That is for last 6 months of statements to show that that asset was owned and held continuously by in the name of that individual, and you can sell that asset or at least to the value that you want to use. For example, if you are short of 20,000, you just need to prove 20,000 of savings, and you have other income to prove, say you are doing a combination of salary and savings, then you can only sell 20,000 and transfer that 20,000 to a current account. So it has to be in a normal bank account, like a checking account in the US, current account in the UK, or any savings account also, which can be easily accessed with or without notice. So, and you can show the transaction and the latest bank statement showing that the money is there. So it can be done just immediately before filing the application, but the funds have to be liquidated. The investments will have to be sold at least before the date of application. Usually, this bank, if the money is in a UK bank, you just need to produce 6 months of bank statement showing that the money is continuously held. If the money is in an international bank, then preferably also give with the statements a letter from the bank. It is advisable. Uh, as per the immigration rules, you can just work with the statements, but there is a tendency that we have seen for international banks that they have asked several times for letters from the bank confirming that what type of investment, what type of savings are they immediately accessible, were they at, was the sponsor holding it throughout the period, something like that. So some type of clarifications were being asked in past application that we have filed without the bank letters. Also, the statement and or the bank letter can be in another language than English, but you will need to submit a translation as well along with the original banks, along with the bank statements. You need to produce a translation as well. So there are several other ways to meet the financial requirement. Rental income, you need to prove 12 months of rental income. Uh, by land registry, payments in the bank account, tenancy agreement, etc. So you can arrange a consultation with us. Those are much more complicated areas. Less than 5% of the applicants use other types of financial requirement ways to meet the financial requirement. You can also meet it by pension, by bursaries, etc. So these are all. There are several other options. Also for the savings, if you click here, for international banks, there is a list here. So in Cameroon, India, Ghana, Pakistan, Iran, etc. So these are specific countries where if you click on whose it says financial institutions who do not satisfactorily verify financial statements. So if it is in one of these banks, then you cannot use them uh, because Home Office is unable to verify the the statement. So you may have to move it to another bank. That's all from me. If you have any specific questions, want to discuss your matter with us, you can book a consultation either by video or audio call. You can click here, take you to the booking page. You will see our calendar and you will see all the details of the service. You can book it through, and then we will send you a video call link. We do it by Google Meet, and you can take it from there. There are also other services that we provide. You can, if you click on this book online service, for family route visas, we have checking service also. It will give family route one. These are different financial requirements. It will give you the details inside. Uh, you also have application support service. All the pricing, all the information is here. You can click, read about it. The initial consultation is over here. Yes. And that's all from me. Thank you very much.